गिराज्ञानगोतीतमीशं गिरीशं करालं महाकालकालं कृपालं गुणागार संसार पारं नतोऽहम्। बम बम भोले, 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 बम बम भोले। तुषाराद्रिसङ्काशगौरं गम्भीरं मनोभूतकोटिप्रभा श्रीशरीरं स्फुरन्मौलिकल्लोलिनी चारुगङ्गा लसद्भाल्बालेन्दुकण्ठे भुजङ्गा चलत्कुण्डलं भ्रूसुनेत्रं विशालं प्रसन्नाननं नीलकण्ठं दयालं मृगाधीशचरमाम्बरं मुण्डमालं प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि। बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, भोले बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले। प्रचण्डं प्रकृष्टं प्रगल्भं परेशम् अखण्डं मजम्भानुकोटिप्रकाशं त्रयशूलनिर्मूलनं शूलपाणिं भजेऽहं भवानीपतिं भावगम्यं कलातीतकल्याणकल्पान्तकारी सदा सज्जनानन्ददाता पुरारी चिदानन्दसन्दोहमोहापहारी प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभो मन्मथारी। बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, भोले बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले। न यावत् उमानाथपादारविन्दं भजन्ति लोके परिवानराणां न तावत् सुखं शान्तिसन्तापनाशं प्रसीद प्रभो सर्वभूतादिवासं न जानामि योगं जपं नैव पूजां नतोऽहं सदा सर्वदा देवतोभ्यं जराजन्म दुःखोगतातप्यमानं प्रभो पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो। बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, भोले बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले।
Namaskar और सुस्वागतम. A warm welcome to each and every one of you all this evening, this or regular Thursday night Satsang. And our topic for tonight, reflections of MahaShivraatri. But before we enter into our message this evening, let us all bow our heads and close our eyes as we contemplate and invoke the divine. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Neelambuj Shyamal Komalangam Sita Samaro Pitvam Bhagam Panau Mahasayak Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamshanatham. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shadhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Om Manojavam Marutulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varsham Vatatmajam Vanarayutha Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadye. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bhirdhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once again, प्रिय सज्जनों, मैं आपको स्वागत करता हूं और आपको प्रणाम करता हूं. सबसे पहले एक बहुत सुंदर भगवान शिव जी के भजन हैं. अनंत अमर अज अविनाशी जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी. 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 भोले बाबा महायोगी भोले बाबा महायोगी सर्पों की माला गल पहनाई, सर्पों की माला गल पहनाई। अनंत अमर अज अविनाशी जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी, अनंत अमर अज अविनाशी जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी। जय शिव शंकर शंकर गौरी, जय शिव शंकर शंकर गौरी। अनाथ अनाथ भोले भंडारी, अनाथ अनाथ भोले भंडारी। अनंत अमर अज अविनाशी जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी, अनंत अमर अज अविनाशी जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी, अनंत अमर अज अविनाशी जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी, जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी, जय कैलाशवासी शिव स्वामी। बोले शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। Reflections of MahaShivraatri. And if you look at Bhagwan Shiva and look at the peaceful nature, the one who is said to be Sham Karoti, the one who creates the peace within the mind, the one who is the embodiment of peace itself, the one who allows and bestows peace on every devotee. Brahma Murari Surarchit Lingam Nirmal Bhasit Shubhit Lingam Janma Dukha Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam, Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Brahma Murari Surarchit Lingam Nirmal Bhasit Shobhit Lingam Janma Dukha Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Deva Muni Pravararchit Lingam Kamadaham Karnakar Lingam Ravana Darpa Vinashan Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Sarva Sugandhi Sulepit Lingam Buddhi Vivardhana Karana Lingam Siddha Surasura Vandit Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Kanatu Mahamani Bhushit Lingam Manipati Veshit Shobhit Lingam Daksha Suyagnya Vinashan Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Kumkuma Chandan Lepit Lingam Pankaj Har Sushobhit Lingam Sanchit Paap Vinashan Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Deva Ganarchit Sevit Lingam Bhavel Bhakti Revach Lingam Dinakar Koti Prabhakar Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashivlingam. Ashtadalu Pariveshit Lingam Sarva Samam अष्टदरिद्र विनाशनलिङ्गं तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्। सुरगुरु सुरवर पूजितलिङ्गं सुरवन पुष्प सदार्चितलिङ्गं परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गं तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्। लिङ्गाष्टकमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते यदि शिवलिङ्ग अष्टकं संपूर्णम। बोले शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। महाशिवरात्रि और उनकी ध्यान, भगवान शिव जी के ध्यान और हमारे दिल से, हमारे मन से भगवान के चरणों पे सब कुछ समर्पित करते हैं। Offering our love and devotion from deep within at the feet of Bhagwan Shiva on the night of MahaShivraatri. The contemplation of Bhagwan Shiva, the state of meditation. When we look at Shivaratri and why we celebrate Shivaratri and why we remain awake all night, this Jagaran, being awake, being vigil throughout the entire night, because it is given in our Shastras that the grace of Bhagwan Shivaji, the energy of Bhagwan Shivaji, it is most potent on the night of MahaShivraatri. How can I sleep when Bhagwan Shiva is constantly awake? A devotee does not sleep when Bhagwan Shiva, in the night of Shivaratri, willing to bestow the grace upon all devotees. Bhagwan Shiva, if you look at the Murti of Bhagwan Shiva here, you may see different things. The Trishul is there, the Damru is there. One may ask the question, on many occasions, individuals ask the questions, devotees ask the questions of why is it there is so much of weapons in the hands of Bhagwan Shiva or Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Ram, Durga Ma, and all these individuals? Why is it there so much weapons? Is it a display of violence? No, it is not a display of violence. What we have to understand here is that all of us are so attached to the material things and the material beings of the world. We are attached to the beings and the objects of the world. And we are so attached, we can't let go. And because we are so attached, Bhagwan Krishna in the Gita highlights, attachment is bondage. Hence, he tells Arjuna, renounce all attachment. Sangam tyaktva, having given up all attachment, O mankind. In a similar manner, the discus, the chakra in the hands of Bhagwan Vishnu is not really a weapon to destroy anyone. Instead, the chakra is meant to cut asunder all material attachments. See, we have to use it. For instance, in your homes, you have a knife. Is the knife a weapon, or is the knife a tool to be used in the kitchen to cut up vegetables? You answer the question. You can use it to cut the vegetables. You can use it as a weapon, depending upon the individual who uses it and the intent for which it is used. In a similar manner, Bhagwan Shiva, with his Trishul, he takes the Trishul, and the Trishul represents the past, the present, and the future. One. It also represents the three different states of existence. Jagrat Avastha, the waking state. Swapna Avastha, the dream state. And Sushupti Avastha, the deep sleep state. It also represents the three gunas, Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna. Bhagwan Shiva uses this Trishul to highlight to all of us. He can utilize it to cut all ties, all attachment. So it is not a weapon to destroy anyone per se, but it is a weapon or an instrument used by Bhagwan Shiva to help us get out of this bondage. ये मोह माया है, सभी लोग तो फंस गए हैं. We are all bound in this world. Why? Because of attachment. If I see something, and I highlighted a few weeks ago in chapters 2 verses 62 and 63 of the Gita, by pondering on an object, gradual attachment, a desire takes birth in our heart, in our mind, to possess it. And if that desire is obstructed, what happens? Anger comes to the forefront. And when an individual is under the influence of anger, what happens? Completely deluded. And when we are deluded, we cannot make a right decision. Loss of memory and complete self-destruction. In a similar manner, because we desire things in life, we have to act in this world to get it, to procure it. And by acting, we are creating more karma, more bondage in life. Hence, Bhagwan Shiva has given us the opportunity on the night of MahaShivraatri to sit down quietly, to do your japa, to do your homa, to do your puja, to do your kirtanam, your bhajanam, your contemplation and reflection upon the greatness of Bhagwan Shiva. And when a devotee makes an outpouring of his love and devotion to Bhagwan Shiva, our prayers will never go unanswered. If you look at the Damaru, some people refer to as the hourglass drum. The hourglass, time. This hourglass is what? Is Mahakal, Bhagwan Shiva, Mahakaleshwara. The one who is the governing principle of time itself. You don't trample upon time. Time devours every single thing. Bhagwan Shiva highlights to us, in a moment everything can be taken away. So Bhagwan Shiva is said to be the reabsorber, the transformer, the destroyer, which is also recreation or transformation. By taking one object and transform it into another, we lose the original form, but another form is gained. So the whole idea is that this hourglass, meaning every individual should utilize his time wisely. The time spent, I always give this quotation, a life lived is a legacy left behind. But a purposeful life lived is an inspiration for eternity. You and I have to learn the art of how to live a purposeful life, a meaningful life. Not just a life, but a purposeful life, a meaningful life. Just as Bhagwan Shiva is always displaying that sense of peace within. He is called Shamkaroti iti Shankara. The one who is the cause of peace. The one who causes peace, the one who bestows peace, as though the one who creates peace. Or he is the embodiment of Shama, Shanti, peace itself, Bhagwan Shiva. Always in contemplation. Meaning, allow the mind to be engaged in something more contemplative and reflective, rather than material aspects of life and unnecessary pursuits. So Bhagwan Shiva is that individual who is said to be Gaurinath, the beloved of Gauri, of Parvati Maya. And this beautiful bhajan kirtan, शिव नाम जप लो, 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 शिव शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव नाम जप 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 लो, शिव नाम भज लो, शिव नाम जप लो, शिव नाम भज लो, गौरी नाथ बोलो, गौरी नाथ बोलो, गौरी नाथ बोलो, गौरी नाथ बोलो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर कर भज लो, भोलेनाथ बोले, 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 गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, शिव नाम जप 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 लो, शिव नाम भज लो, शिव नाम जप लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, गौरी शंकर भज लो, शिव शंकर भज लो, शिव नाम जप 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 लो। बोले शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। Gauri Shankar Bhajalo. One should worship, one should glorify Gauri Shankar, Gauri Nath, the one who is the beloved, the one who is the master, the one who is the companion, the one who is the spouse of Gauri. Gauri means the fair one, Parvati, Karpura Gauram, one whose complexion, Karpura Gauram, Karunavataram, Karpura Gauram. Gauram means the complexion. The complexion of Bhagwan Shiva is Karpur, as though as fair or clear or white like that of camphor. Karpura Gauram Karunavataram. Bhagwan Shiva is the embodiment of Karuna, of compassion. He is the avatar, the embodiment of compassion. Samsara Saram, he is the essence of the entire universe. Hence one should worship Bhagwan Shiva. And by worshipping Bhagwan Shiva, our heart becomes free from all attachments. And when the heart becomes, when the mind becomes free from attachments, one is no longer in that state of bondage. Hence you and I, for MahaShivraatri, we have gone to the mandirs, we have gone to the devalayas, we have gone to the Shivalaya, we have gone to the Yagnishala, we have gone to the Kutia to offer our devotion to Bhagwan Shiva in the form of the Shiva Lingam. This is why it says Brahma, Murari, Sura, Archita Lingam. Brahmaji, Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Krishna, and all the Devatas, Suras, Archita, they worship this Lingam. Because it is Nirmal, pure by nature. It is Bhasita, radiant. It is Shobhit, most beautiful. All these individuals have worshipped the Shiva Lingam. Brahmaji, Bhagwan Vishnu, who is Bhagwan Krishna Murari. Suras, all the Devatas, they worship the Shiva Lingam. Because as Shiva Lingam, it is Nirmal one, pure by nature. It is Bhasita, radiant, effulgent, brilliant. The nature of the Shiva Lingam. It is Shobhit, most beautiful. So because something is beautiful, because something is radiant, because something is pure, should I also worship it? The question may be asked. So what if Brahmaji worshipped the Shiva Lingam? So what if Bhagwan Vishnu worshipped the Shiva Lingam? That doesn't tell me I should worship the Shiva Lingam. Brahma Murari Surarchit Lingam Nirmal Bhasit Shobhit Lingam Janma Jadukha Vinashak Lingam. Now this line tells us, by you and I worshipping the Shiva Lingam, what happens? Janma Jadukha. All the pains at the time of birth, one, Janma Jadukha. Janma means birth. Ja, when one takes birth, the amount of pains one goes through. Both the mother and the child go through excruciating pain. But by worshipping the Shiva Lingam, the pains of life, even if it may be there, I will not identify with it. And even if it is there, I have prepared myself mentally to accept the ups and downs of life. It will not affect me so much. Janma Jadukha Vinashaka Lingam. All the pains and sufferings, the ups and downs, even if they exist in life, I will not identify with it. One. Two, my mind, mentally I am prepared to embrace whatever Bhagwan Shiva bestows upon me. It's the grace of Bhagwan Shiva, this life. And in this existence, Sukh, Dukh, dono ek hi saath chalte hain. Both joys and sorrows, the ups and downs, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the positive and negative, dono ek hi saath chalte hain. They both go hand in hand. But by journeying the pathway of life, and my mind is at the feet of Bhagwan Shiva, my mind is contemplating upon the Murti, the Akriti, the form, the Akar of Bhagwan Shiva. All the pains, I will not identify with it. It will not affect me. So you and I will benefit by worshipping the Shiva Lingam. And that is, we'll be free from all pains and sufferings. Therefore, Tat Pranamami, to that Shiva Lingam, Pranamami, my prostrations, my outpouring of my love, my salutations to that Shiva Lingam. Sada, it's always, at all times, this Shiva Lingam. It is effulgent, radiant, nirmal, pure. It is Shobhita. And because I will benefit by worshipping the Shiva Lingam, yes, I will worship the Shiva Lingam now. Not because Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Vishnu, not because Brahmaji worshipped it. I am worshipping it now so that I will benefit through my devotion. The pains and sufferings of life will be completely disappearing. So the whole idea is that our devotion, our contemplation, our reflection upon Bhagwan Shiva Deva ho Deva शंकर महादेवा देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ नाथ नाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ नाथ 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 कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ डमरू बजाया तमस भगाया भांग पिलाया भोलेनाथ नाथ नाथ भांग पिलाया भोलेनाथ देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ डमरू बजाया भांग पिलाया तमस भगाया भोलेनाथ नाथ नाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ 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 देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा देवा हो देवा शंकर महादेवा कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ नाथ नाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ डमरू बजाया तमस भगाया भांग पिलाया भोलेनाथ नाथ नाथ भांग पिलाया भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति भोलेनाथ बोले शिव शंकर भगवान की जय glorifying Bhagwan Shiva as we contemplate and reflect upon MahaShivraatri night. In our ashram, the manner in which we prepare ourselves for devotion. Many a times individuals will go from home, they will walk from home to the mandir. They may travel with their vehicle to go to the mandir or the ashrama, the yagnishala. It so happens on the pathway from home, on the journey, someone may give you a bad ride, someone will insult you, someone will abuse you. And when you come to the institution, the halls of prayer, the mandir, the ashrama, you are angry, you are upset. So before you come into the mandir, you are given the opportunity to go into the kutia, in which you are preparing yourself for abhishekam, the ritualistic bath of the Shivalingam. So we go to the kutia and perform homa or havanam. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, offering 108 drops of ghee into the fire. And having offered that, you continue again, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, 108 offerings of sticks into the fire. When that is completed, another 108 offerings of rice and black till and gugul and samagri into the homa, into the fire. And having completed 324 times of offering into the fire, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, you sit quietly in front of the Murti of Bhagwan Shiva and you take the Japamala and you recite Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, the one who is auspicious. Salutations to to the embodiment of auspiciousness itself. Allowing the mind to be engaged in the thought of Bhagwan Shiva, to gain the inner peace, to gain the inner equilibrium. And having completed 432 offerings of Om Namah Shivaya, now the mind is quietened. Now you gain a little more sense of equilibrium from within. After you have completed all of that, then you come into the mandir. Constant kirtan, bhajan. So the mind is still absorbed in the thought of Bhagwan Shiva. And you have brought your prasadam, you have brought your dhar, your milk, your dahi, your ghee, your honey, your cane juice, your prasadam, your bilva patra, your pushpa, the flowers. You have brought your malas, be it the bilva flower or the bilva fruit, or even the mandara pushpa, in which we call, sometimes we refer to as madara pushpa. The correct word is mandara pushpa. We make a mala out of that, the white one, purplish one, and we prepare it with love and devotion in our hearts, and we come and we place it around the Shiva Lingam, because we are expressing our love, our appreciation, our gratitude to Bhagwan Shiva in the form of the Shiva Lingam. And when we take our dhar, or even we take the water first, and we completely perform Jala Abhishekam, complete bath, ritualistic bath, water first. Then we take milk, and each prahar, we have different ingredients. The first prahar, milk. The second prahar, dahi. The third prahar, ghee. And the last prahar, honey. These are the 4 prahars, 3-hour period each for the entire night. We offer our love as we bathe the Shiva Lingam, perform the Abhishekam. And when you see the milk flowing and going all around, falling all different sides of the Shiva Lingam, it's a beautiful sight to behold. Even the dahi, even the ghee or the honey gradually leaking down, it's a beauty by itself. You are so engaged, I am so engaged in the worship of the Shiva Lingam. And outpouring, I'm washing away all my negative tendencies from within. By bathing the Shiva Lingam, by performing Shiva Linga Abhishekam, as though I'm removing all the impurities from within my mind, from within my inner personality. And when that is done, my mind's state of equilibrium is a glimpse of what we call samadhi. Just a glimpse. The mind is completely saturated. There is no joy, there is no sorrow. There is no oscillation of the mind. Reflections of MahaShivraatri. When we sit down, awaiting our turn to come to do the Abhishekam, while the Kirtan Bhajan is being chanted, we also use our voice. We use our hands. If we can play instruments, we also play instruments. Or we can sit quietly in contemplation. Shivratri is meant for all of us to take a look from within. I am looking from within myself. It's not anything on the outside. Whatever happens to me or you in the world, it's not that the world is against me or you. It is, I am not in harmony with the world, with the universe. The universe is in perfect harmony with itself. I am not in harmony with the universe. Hence, Shivratri is meant for us to reflect and contemplate. To contemplate upon my relationship with the universe, with the divine. What is my purpose? Bhagwan Shiva has brought me into this universe. Bhagwan Shiva will take care of me. Bhagwan Shiva has brought you into this universe. Bhagwan Shiva will take care of you. Difference is that we blame Bhagwan for giving us trials and tribulations. Instead of expressing our gratitude for existence, for life itself, we complain. This existence, it entails sukha and dukkha, joys and sorrows. That is what existence is all about. Embrace the grace of the divine. Move on. If Bhagwan placed me in this situation, Bhagwan will take me out of this situation. I am not worried about anything in life. Because I know Bhagwan has brought all of us into this universe. Bhagwan will take care of us. But then again, when the ego becomes more predominant, I want to take credit for every single thing in life. I am just an instrument in the hands of Prabhu Ramchandraji, of Bhagwan Shiva, of Bhagwan Krishna, of Durga Ma. I am just an instrument. Allow this instrument to function efficiently in the work of Ramakaj, in the work of Sri Ram, like Hanumanji, continuously working in what? Continuously working for Sri Ramchandraji. You and I have the opportunity, as we surrender to Bhagwan Shiva, as we worship Bhagwan Shiva with our love and outpouring of our love at the altar of divinity. Bhagwan Shiva blesses us. You see, when a child bows to the feet of the parents place their hands on the child's head or the shoulders or the back, blessing them, wishing them well. Bhagwan Shiva is always blessing Bhagwan Hanumanji, Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Vishnu, all the Devis. They are constantly blessing us. I am not perceiving that blessings. And that's our mistake. We can't perceive the blessings. Instead, we perceive all the trials and tribulations, all the sufferings. That's what we perceive. We're not perceiving it as an opportunity to overcome situations in life. And when we see Bhagwan Shiva, Jai Shiva Shankar, Jai Shiva Shankar, Jai Shankar Bhole, Sab Devo Mein Deva Nirale, Jai Bam Bam Bhole, Jai Shiva Shankar, Jai Shiva Shankar, Jai Shankar Bhole, Sab Devo Mein Deva Nirale, Jai Bam Bam Bhole. सागर मंथन में निकलावे तूने अपने कंठ भरा महादेव तुम ही तो सब देवों का संताप हरा सागर मंथन में निकलावे तूने अपने कंठ भरा किसी के हर प्राणी तुझको नीलकंठ बोले सब देवों के देव निराले जय बम बम बोले संसारी तेरे नाम बाबा तू ही है कैलाशपति तू पर्वत पर डोले सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बोले करके शंकर भगवान की जय. With this, my friends, I've come to the end of my session this evening on reflections upon MahaShivraatri. How did you spend your Shivratri? How did you offer your love and devotion to Bhagwan Shiva? So now I'll ask Pandit Girish to do a bhajan, and then after we'll have all the invitations for the Gita Parayan, the Hanuman Chalisa chanting, all these. Let's come back very shortly.
शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा. हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा. Oh Lord, जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा. Our prayer may we always be your servant. Whatever life form we take, wherever we may go in our next life, may we always remember that form of Shankar Bhagwan. निश दिन करता मैं नाम जपन तेरा, शिव 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 गूंजत मन मोरा. निश दिन करता मैं नाम जपन तेरा, शिव 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 गूंजत मन मोरा. तुम हो मेरे प्रभु, तुम ही कृपालु, करो में हर पल दीन दयालु. हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा. तेरी जटा से रहत पवित्रता, तीनों लोगों तुम हो दाता. तेरी जटा से रहत पवित्रता, तीनों लोगों के तुम हो दाता. डमरू बजाया रमस भराया, जन जीवन को तुम्हीं न जलाया. हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तू जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा. निरंजन शिव मोरे स्वामी, तुम ही हो मेरे अंतर्यामी. अलख निरंजन शिव मोरे स्वामी, तुम ही हो मेरे अंतर्यामी. भूल जो कोई हुई है शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा सबसे सुंदर शीश विराजे शशि विराजे तेरी जटा में छवि तेरी है सबसे सुंदर शशि विराजे तेरी जटा में हार मणि का शोभे लगे चमके जैसे तारे गगन में हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा बोलिए श्री शिव शंकर भगवान की जय
बहुत सुंदर भजन है प्रिय सज्जनों, as we have come to the end of our session, but before we do closing mantras, our invitation for this weekend's activity, this Saturday, the 25th of February, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., we shall be at the Vishnu Mandir, number 5, Barakpur, for the Gita Parayan, chanting of the entire Gita, 701 verses, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Vishnu Mandir, number 5, Barakpur. And from 7 to 9 in the evening, we shall be at Endeavour Shiva Krishna Mandir for Hanuman Chalisa chanting. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. we'll be doing the Hanuman Chalisa there. So you're all invited to join together with all these activities that we are having. And if you are coming, walk with some flowers, walk with some prasadam, any fruit, whatever you like to offer on the occasion. Feel free to join with us on all these occasions that we are, celebrations we are doing all over the place. And if you would like to get one of the Gita Parayan at your home or in the mandir, feel free to message us and let us know. We at once per month, if the demand is more, we'll go more than once per month. And त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम् बोले श्री शिव शंकर भगवान की जय. Once again, thank you very much to all of you lovely devotees who have joined together with us tonight. You have given us your time to join. You have given us a space in your homes to share the love and devotion towards Bhagwan Shiva, to Ganesh ji, Vivek ji and Dulhan for being here this evening and organizing tonight's satsang. Until then, my friends, Namaskar.
नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय यो